Their names are 8, their emblems as numerous and vile. The House of Beasts, the Lost Child, the Abomination, the Voyeur, the Maze of Madness, the Leering Corpse, the Hooded Witch, the Red Lake. I am the Fragnostic, and my redemption begins with fire and blood.
NANINIGHTS is the first scumfuck on my hit list, and is really also the one that inspired the birth of this revenge-based mini-series. For those of you that missed the original playthrough, NANINIGHTS is a hideously low-yield Five Nights at Freddy's clone, where the aim of the game is to stop this disgusting little fuck from sneaking up on you. You're stuck in a central room, and using cameras to monitor where the monster is, you have to react to his attempts to invade your personal space via either the vent, the cube, or the mirror, depending on which part of the facility he's bollocksing around in. Now the game has 3 levels and 2 of them are childishly easy. The alert indicator flashes, you check where he is, you turn on the appropriate defense measure. You can't keep him on indefinitely, they eat power, but he never attacks for long and leaves long enough between his feeble attempts at the power bar can sufficiently recharge. To call this a cakewalk would be hurtful to legitimate cakewalks everywhere. It's so appallingly simple that Fisher-Price could buy the rights and launch a My First Horror Game line. All that shit changes once you hit the 3rd and final level, and that can be wholly attributed to NANINIGHTS completely abandoning the rules. Here, take a look. I don't know where he's coming from, so let's have the great shot, the lights on and the mirror up. Now he has no way in, can we agree on that? Based on the game's instructions. What in the name of Jesus? Tell me how exactly I'm supposed to beat this little shit if every countermeasure I have against it does boo diddly dick. Fuck. 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 You saw that, didn't you? He killed me while I was looking at him in a bloody mirror. So either there's 2 of them, or bollocks to this fucking train wreck. Now I truly believed that final level was unbeatable, but I couldn't put it out of my head. I don't know why. Most people would just move on, but I have never been defeated by a game. Not once. As a kid, it took me a whole year of non-stop playing to beat the infamous Battletoads on NES, and 3 times that to finish Ninja Gaiden 3, the Ancient Ship of Doom, on the same console. It got a neutered re-release on the Super NES as part of the Ninja Gaiden trilogy, but I battled the imported North American version, which is regularly lauded as one of the most difficult games ever made. I know that game back to fucking front. I was supernaturally good at games as a kid, but somewhere in this modern age of checkpoints and autosaves, I lost my way. I went soft. And in the rush to review NANINIGHTS, I somehow forgot to give it the thorough fucking kicking that it deserved. It's time to rectify that. My early attempts to crush NANINIGHTS like the dirty upstart it was were met with familiar failure. No matter what I did, what countermeasures I threw up, the gruesome little shite bag always found a way through. What does this arrow mean? What does it fucking mean? It doesn't mean use the mirror. It doesn't mean shut the gate or use the cube or check the cameras, because even after doing all of that, it continues to flash like it's trying to warn you of some impending attack. And what do you do here? There is nothing on the how to play about this shit. You think it meant that you're already fucked and about to die, but nope. Sometimes it kills you, and sometimes he just leaves. It's fucking infuriating. The best thing to do is to ignore both completely, because there's no reaction you can make to them that will mean anything. I had to focus on the things that were making a difference. Things that, in my earlier frustrations, I'd neglected to notice. The first was the mind bar, sitting just above the power bar. I knew it was there, but I had no idea what caused it to drop. But it does so every time you clap eyes on NANINIGHTS, via the camera or the mirror. I'll explain how this became important in a bit. My second sun ray through the storm clouds came on the very edge of despair. I attempted a strategy of just randomly flicking things on and off, figuring that I'd fight random fire with random fire. It didn't work, but it got me a lot further than I had done previously, and after a few more attempts, I figured out why, and it's all to do with that mysterious fucking mirror. See, in the first 2 levels you never need to touch it, because the monster only ever seems to attack from the vent, so you're not prepared for just how often you need to use it later on. To make matters worse, you don't hold the mirror up in the same way that you just leave the gate or the cube on. You flick it up and down, up and down, up and down, fucking constantly, all the time. Now, once you see him in the mirror, he won't disappear in the same way that he does on the cameras when he's finished trying to get through the vent. Oh, no. He'll continue to move around in the game while his fucking image stays there, like he's trying to distract you with a dummy or some ridiculous shit. So whatever you do, don't just sit there waiting for him to go away, because he'll just jump you from somewhere else. Just keep flicking back and forth, and even if you can't see him, once you see your mind bar drop, you know you've flushed him into another room. He might attack from there, he might not, but you know you're safe to go and recover some of the mind and power bars for about 5 seconds or so. Now make no mistake, this is a long and grueling fight. He will just teleport around the place like fucking Nightcrawler, trying to throw you off your guard. But as long as you keep using the mirror and respond to the little alert in the bottom left corner by closing the vent and using the cube, the only thing you have to worry about is making the absolute most of the breathing space you get to recharge your bars. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not giving this game any credit. It still doesn't make a shit hair of sense. But it's not unbeatable. It can be defeated. And here is the proof. Eat a dick, you little toilet gremlin. 1 down, 7 to go. Join me soon for another blitz of bloody revenge in the Fragnostic Endgame.